Chapter 45. We have described in the last 3 chapters Baba's Mahasamadhi, the conscious transition or passing away of the body form. His physical or finite form has no doubt disappeared from our view, but the infinite or spiritual form, the spirit of Baba, ever lives. The leelas which occurred during his lifetime have been dwelt upon at great length up till now. Ever since his Mahasamadhi, fresh leelas have taken place and are even now happening. This clearly shows that Baba is ever living and helping his devotees as before. The people who got the contact of Baba when he was living were indeed very fortunate. But if any of them did not get a dispassion for the things and enjoyments of the world and had not their minds turned to the Lord, it was surely their ill luck. What was then wanted and is now wanted is wholehearted devotion to Baba. All our senses, organs, and mind should cooperate in worshiping and serving Baba, the Holy Father. It is no use in engaging in some organs in the worship and deflecting others. If a thing like worship or meditation is to be done, it ought to be done with our whole mind and soul. The love that a chaste woman bears to her husband is sometimes compared to that which a disciple bears to his master, the Guru. Yet the former falls far short of the latter, which is incomparable. No one, whether it be mother, father, brother, or any relation, comes to our aid in attaining the goal of self-realization. We have to chalk out and traverse the path of self-realization ourselves. We have to discriminate between the unreal and the real, renounce the things and enjoyments of this world and the next, control our senses and mind, and aspire for liberation only. Instead of depending upon others, we should have full faith in ourselves. When we begin to practice discrimination, we come to know that the world is transient and unreal, and our passion for worldly things becomes less and less. And ultimately, we get dispassion or non-attachment for them. Then we know that Brahman, the absolute pure consciousness, which is no other than our Guru, is the sole reality. And as it transcends and besets the seeming universe, we begin to worship it in all creatures. This is the unitive bhajan, or worship. When we thus worship Brahman or Guru wholeheartedly, we become one with him and attain self-realization. In short, always chanting the name of the Guru and meditating on him enables us to see the Guru in all beings and confers eternal bliss on us. The following story will illustrate this. Kaka Sahib's doubt and Ananda Rao's vision. It is well known that Sai Baba had enjoined Kaka Sahib Dixit to read daily 2 works of the Sri Eknath, the Bhagavat and the Bhavarthi Ramayana. Kaka Sahib read these daily while Baba was living, and he followed the practice even after Baba's passing away of form. Once in Kaka Mahajani's house in Chuputa, in Bombay, Kaka Sahib was reading Eknath Bhagavat in the morning. Madhava Rao Deshpande, that is Shama, and Mahayani were then present and listened attentively to the portion read. Therein it spoke of the Siddhas, 9 of them, of the Vrishabha family, the Antariksha, and other such things, expounded by King Janaka. The latter asked for all 9 Nathas, most important questions, and each of them answered them satisfactorily. The first explained what is Bhagavat Dharma, the characteristics of a bhakta, a true devotee, what is Maya, and how to cross the illusion, what is Para Brahman, beyond consciousness, and what is karma, as well as the incarnations of God and their deeds, and how a devotee fares after death, and the different modes of worship of God in different ages. The substance of all the exposition was that in this Kali Yuga age, the only means of liberation was the remembrance of the Lord's and Guru's feet. After the reading was over, Kaka Sahib said in a despondent tone to Madhava Rao and others, "Wonderful is the discourse of the 9 types of devotion or bhakti, but at the same time how difficult it is to put it into practice. These devotions were perfect, but is it possible for fools like us to attain the devotion as delineated by them? We won't get it even after several births. Then how are we to get salvation? It seems that there is no hope for us." Madhava Rao did not like this pessimistic attitude of Kaka Sahib, and he said, "It's a pity that one who by his good luck got such a jewel as our Baba as a guru should cry out so disparagingly. If he has unwavering faith in Baba, why should he feel restless? The great bhaktas may be strong and powerful, but is not ours loving and affectionate? And has not Baba told us authoritatively that remembering and chanting Hari and Guru's name confers salvation? Then where is the cause for fear and anxiety?" Kaka Sahib was not satisfied with Madhava Rao's explanation. He continued to be anxious and restless the whole day, thinking and brooding over how to get the powerful bhakti that the great beings had. The next morning, the following miracle took place. One gentleman named Ananda Rao Pakadi came there in search of Madhava Rao. The reading of the Bhagavat was then going on. Mr. Pakadi sat near Madhava Rao and was whispering something to him. He was mentioning in a low tone his dream vision. As there was some interruption in the reading by this whispering, Kaka Sahib stopped the reading and asked Madhava Rao what was the matter. And the latter said, "You expressed your doubt. Now here is the explanation of it. Hear Mr. Pakadi's vision, which Baba gave him, explaining the characteristics of saving devotion, and showing that the devotion in the form of bowing or the worship of the Guru's feet is sufficient." All were anxious to hear the vision, especially Kaka Sahib. At their suggestion, Mr. Pakadi began to relate the vision as follows. "I was standing in a deep sea in waist-deep water. There I saw Sai Baba all of a sudden. He was sitting on a beautiful throne studded with diamonds, with his feet in water. I was most pleased and satisfied with the form of Baba. The vision was so realistic that I never thought it was a dream. Curiously enough, Madhava Rao was also standing there. he said to me feelingly, "Ananda Rao, fall at Baba's feet." And I rejoined, "Also wish to do so, but his feet are in water. How can I place my head on them? I am helpless." Hearing this, he said to Baba, "Diva, Gurudev, take out your feet which are under water." Then Baba immediately took out his feet, and I caught them without delay and bowed to them. On seeing this, Baba blessed me, saying, "Go now, you will attain your welfare. There is no cause for fear and anxiety. Give a silk-bordered dhoti to my Shama, and you will profit thereby." In compliance with Baba's order, Mr. Padadi brought the dhoti and requested Kaka Sahib to hand it over to Madhava Rao, but the latter refused to accept it, saying that unless Baba gave a hint or suggestion for acceptance, he would not accept it. Then, after some discussion, Kaka Sahib decided to cast lots. It was the invariable practice of Kaka Sahib to cast lots in all dubious matters, and to abide by the decision as shown by the picked up chit or lot. In this particular case, 2 chits, on one of which was written "to accept" and the other "to reject," were placed at the feet of Baba's picture, and an infant was asked to pick one of them. The "to accept" chit was picked up, and the dhoti was handed over to and accepted by Madhava Rao. In this way, both Ananda Rao and Madhava Rao were satisfied, and Kaka Sahib's difficulty was solved. This story exhorts us to give respect to the words of other saints, but at the same time asks us to have full faith in our mother, the Guru, and abide by his instructions, for he knows our welfare better than any other person. Carve out your own heart the following words of Baba. Are innumerable saints in this world, but our Guru is the Father, the real Guru. Others might say many good things, but we should never forget our Guru's words. In short, love your Guru wholeheartedly, surrender to him completely, and prostrate yourselves before him reverentially. And then you will see that there is no sea of the mundane existence before you to cross. There is no darkness before the sun. In Baba's earlier days, he slept on a wooden plank, 4 arms in length and only a span in breadth, with earthen lamps burning at the 4 corners. Later on, Baba broke the plank into pieces and threw it away, as noted in Chapter 10. Once Baba was describing the greatness or importance of this plank to Kaka Sahib. Hearing this, the latter said to Baba, "You still love the wooden plank. I will again suspend or hang one in the masjid again for you to sleep at ease." And Baba replied, "Won't like to sleep up, leaving Malsapati down on the ground." Then Kaka Sahib said, "We will provide another plank for Malsapati." And Baba replied, "Can he sleep on the plank? It is not easy to sleep up on the plank. He who has many good qualities in him can do so. He who can sleep with his eyes wide open can effect that. When I go to sleep, I ask often Malsapati to sit by my side, place his hand on my heart, and watch the chanting of the Lord's name there. And if he finds me sleepy, wake me up. He can't do even this. as he himself gets drowsy and begins to nod his head. When I feel his hand heavy as a stone on my heart and cry out, "Oh Bhagat," he moves and opens his eyes. How can he who can't sit and sleep well on the ground, and whose asana, whose posture is not steady, and who is a slave to sleep, sleep high up on a plank? On many other occasions, Baba said, out of love for his devotees, "What, whether good or bad, is ours, is with us, and what is another's is with him." Bow to Sri Sai. Peace be to all.